Hello and welcome to a temporary short stream. It's been a while. So, the first thing we need to look at is after the maintenance and pretty much try to check the different updates available now in the game. So, for the maintenance, they gave the 1500 blue diamonds, which is nice after a very long maintenance. Yeah, almost 5 hours and a half, something like that. And for now we're back again in the game after that long waiting period, which is fine. People got at least a chance, some regions at least, to play before the maintenance, at least partially, which is still something better than nothing. So anyway, since we will be looking at where we at in the game and different things to be seen now in the game, let's start with Star Trek. For Star Trek, not much has changed that much, except I'm working on the Dark faction. So we're getting there. 733, before it was 300 something. Superman faction, they have added the Fairy of Music, and still remains one slot they haven't put a hero in. So that's the current status. Almost Superman maxed out. Dark faction, work in progress. Superman, you already saw. And Nature, still work in progress, just as technology is. So we're gonna move after we finish the Dark to the Nature and then revert back to the technology. After we've completed all four, which will take time, we will move into the Universe God faction because I haven't done anything in it that much, as you can see. So moving aside from that, we'll go to the spaceship and look at where we stand spaceship-wise. Yes, they've actually did the maintenance to launch the new hero and different things for the events coming up. So Dimension Hunter, as you know previously, it's been maxed out. Black Samurai maxed out. Ship Altheosus, the recycle ship, or as I call it, the trash ship, actually becomes very useful depending on the battle. It's close to being maxed out, and finally I can focus more on the Thunder. Yeah, weak, but requires a lot of money to upgrade. And after we finish the Thunder, which will take a couple of months, remains this young little boy to take care of. And that's pretty much the update from that point. Now another point we will look at, which everyone loves, Union Tech. So previously you already know I finished the first Union, the Warrior, did another one, and also completed the Radar. The Ranger was the last one I was working on, and it finally has been finished. Now the focus is on the healer, and then I'll revert back to the Master Union for maxing it out again. So 3 have been maxed. That's fine, I'll be hopefully the first one you see that has a maxed out Thunder. I'm going for it. So Union Institute wise, as usual, it's always a mess in my account, but we're working on it in different upgrades. Now we're at 203 here. For the Warrior, Meg still needs Ranger, Raider, and pretty much the support. So in moving away from that, Mystic Realm, we're still at 49. Yes, it can get up to 100 million and lovely figures and numbers. That is extreme. Yes, that's one of the reasons. Toro. We haven't done any advancements, and we're happily stuck on Fatal. We're not gonna do anything. Yeah, while we're there, let's actually get some good stuff. It is. But in 3 or 4 days or 5 days, I can actually save up to that number. So I don't really consider it a problematic point of the amount, but that's per one level. So you're gonna be doing that excessively just to get near that. Aside from, if you haven't learned, they added one stage, Innocent, which we finished, the Ice Abyss. And let's see, Galaxy wanted, never really tried to get past 785, so I'm leaving it currently at that point. And ranking wise, I stand in the 4th ranking in my entire server. The highest is Juno at 846. Related to the floors they actually added, now we can happily experience up until 1050. So if you ever doubted after 900, 950, now it's 1050. Best of luck with that. Now moving aside from that to the time travel and how far we've gotten to the time travel. Finally I finished 22. Yes, finally. 21 was finished, 22 finally. The thing I really enjoyed, and I haven't uploaded the video related to beating Time Travel 22, is every single player who beat 22, as you can see the difference in overall power of the team. I'm not even 20 million, and we have 30 million, 30 million, 34 million. So that was something cool of beating it with a completely different lineup, a completely different set of heroes that no one else even used. See, it's completely different. So yeah, that will be hopefully an upcoming video of showing how it went. And Stigmata Zone 1, we're at 23 playing. 24 didn't really try to go for it. Stigmata Zone 2, we suck and it's closed now. And for the exclusive dungeon, we're at 19, didn't beat 20 yet. Now, moving away from all of that, if we go to the Spirit Link, we are now at level 392, which is fantastic, and we upgraded the Source of Spirit to 520, but still a work in progress. And moving along to the lovely heroes. We've gotten Toku currently to 9 million. Yes, it's very hard. Life is hard. Yeah, sure. We got Toku to 9 million plus plus. We worked a little bit on her gym stigmata, which is really making a difference. And the number of them are at, well, 2 stars and 3 stars, right? The direction is to take the remaining 3 to the 6 stars. And then we'll unlock all these lovely bonuses that she can get. So 3 out of 6. Well, who will be the next after you guys go? Sure, let's have a look first at the status of where God Slayer is and can be.
What tranquilizes me is only the sense of blood.
The sense of many things. So he's at Transcend plus plus. So 1 more upgrade to get him to Immortal, and a final 1 for the Awakened skill, and then he'll be maxed out in Awakening, right? He's doing okay, but he still needs work on his relics. Yeah, he has 9 by the way. Gym-wise, he's not doing so well, but it's a work in progress that will take a very long time. And he's at 4 million, coughing. Now, since you mentioned also Kenley, yeah. Kenley is one of the heroes I'm trying to work on currently. She's at Transcend, and as you can see, she's coughing with that low amount of overall power. She needs more upgrades and needs the remaining part of her relics to make a difference. I will not go. Okay. So after that, after all that lovely finishing them off, those 2, which I'm mixing and matching actually.
Whatever. I'll bring
Storm
you down
Falcon is in the list to actually give her some care because she's very weak. At the same time,
Your soul
Lucas needs more time. Probably will not be the next focus. So can be Storm Falcon mixed with Forest Dancer, and priority wise Julian also.
People
Darkness.
are always afraid of things.
And the lovely upcoming 2 hero boys.
I will erase
Time, because I need him. He makes a difference.
Life breeds
And
hope.
Goddess of Life, which will pretty much take a very long period of time of getting her from faction summoning, and then copy by copy we build as we're dying slowly. But the main point is a lot of the heroes have already reached the stage of being immortal. As you can see, we're almost at 20-ish immortal, and it stops near here. Yeah. So until Saint Matthew, everyone above is immortal and with awakened skill, right?
The holy light
Except
shall
here.
assimilate us all.
Right. So starting from Saint Matthew, going up until down, these are the heroes that need work. There is also coming at some point. Yeah, sure. It's coming at some point, but work in progress. So anyway, that's the majority of how far we've gotten. Yeah, sure. And he also is now at 6 million plus General of Rescue. Hero-wise, and after every single update login, it always messes up the arrangement. Yeah, he's a good hero. Julia also can do really some good damage. Right, so these are the heroes we're currently missing, and this is the boy. Yeah, hello and welcome to Epic Heroes, and we will do an analysis for how you function later. Other than this, we already have the remaining heroes, all of them, and we're gonna finish awakening them and then complete the remaining parts. Also,
I smelled the blood. It was so sweet.
Alcazar at some point will be added to the normal summoning to work on. Mecha Valkyria is already coming up and available to work on also. So as you can see, there is too many heroes, including Andrea, that I need to work on. So it's a work in progress. I also light, my light can make people cough from seeing her. Where is she? Yeah. Sure. Yeah, sure. The new hero is actually good as success, sounds very useful. Okay, let's have a look at the new hero. And on Friday they're gonna give that event where you actually have battle trials and compete just to get the hero copy at excellent. So it's coming on Friday and people collecting him. So he deals 150 of attack as damage to 4 random enemies. So he's not one hit attack enemy, he's a group attack for 3 probably. 4 random. And he has the stun ability, right? And he also has the buff ability, grant the user and allies in the back row a shield equal to 10% HP for 2 turns. So he fits in a warrior support direction based on this. So he deals 150, which is more damage than his attack, to 4 random enemies. At the same time, he has the stun ability. At the same time, he gives the allies, the 3 heroes in the back row, right, a shield to protect them, 10% of his HP total number. Okay. Oh, he can generate shields by sharing damage. Okay, so he can reduce damage to the heroes, to your team, by sharing the damage, taking part of it. So he acts something similar to Rockefeller, and he'll have a high HP and he will be a tank. So he functions similar to a tank. Visit attack target enemy in the front row, so he can attack the entire 3 in the front row. Okay, he attacks the 3 in the front row, and then he can attack 4 random enemies when he uses his full energy core skill with an ability to stun. Okay, and when you put him in the front row, he gains more HP and gives your entire team 10% damage reduction. That is why he is considered similar to Rockefeller and how they function. He is looking good. He's looking good. So he has a chance to stun just like Rockefeller has. He doesn't have counter attack, which is sad. And Rockefeller, he mitigates damage. He lowers damage. So it does have a similarity in the counter, stun, increase HP, attack, take damage, blah blah blah, generate shields. They're looking good. Boy, looking good for a new edition. That's nice. Alright, you mentioned his exclusive, right? Okay, let's try to see his exclusive. He will protect Africa. Yeah. Okay, so aside from he can use divine prayer, and they added his talents as something whose defense and support and buffer more than actually attack like other heroes. They've also advised to add him with Thinker, Lucas, Time, God Slayer, and Key and Kate. Increase the speed, reduce the damage, armor. Yeah, that's actually a good lineup and a good team they added him with. Let's look at his exclusive now. Emergency Aid. It being maxed out gives him HP 63% increase, attack 63% increase, damage immunity. Okay, that's insane. Gain 15 armor and 15 damage reduction, and then when an ally targeted by Divine Link takes fatal damage, they receive immunity to that damage. The number 30 plus 30 upgrade acts like Lucas. Okay, so when an ally receives fatal damage, he can actually share 100% of the damage. And when his HP drops, my god, he has too many details. Okay. Okay, so he can save an ally from being killed by a fatal hit. Okay. And then he can share 100% of the damage they take from up to 2 turns until his HP drops below 30. And it can be only triggered once. Okay. One life link is formed, the target receives a shield equal to 20% of this guy's HP and 20% damage reduction. He can be considered an anti... he's good in being an anti-Van Helsing. Why is he good in being an anti-Van Helsing? Because he has damage reduction, damage immunity, shield regeneration, HP, and he can take damage if you put him with a hero you want him to survive from a fatal hit, which is exactly what Van Helsing does when he explodes. So they made an anti-Van Helsing weapon just like Lucas. Nice. Nice, very nice. Very, very nice. Creative, I would say. Yes, he is actually very good and very creative. But still, I would say that the Emperor has more usability and functions and more abilities to do different things. He's good, the new hero is good, but the Emperor has other things that can be more beneficial depending on the battle. The CC control and the non-stop shield regeneration HP. So it kinda depends on your need, but yeah, it's good, very good, too much good. Anyway, moving along because we're coming up on close to ending, showcasing what we got. So for the Reincarnation Treasure Galaxy map, we already have all of it, 7 out of 7. Chronos, we fulfilled the 9 finally today. Sanctuary, we suck. Creation, 5 out of 20. Let's see what we get from the Forge number 2. It's exploding, it's the Soul Lamp. Okay, so that pretty much will allow us to take it to the 4th one, and still it has another 1 star for the max out. 14 million currently. I hope they give good rewards like they usually do with big events. I hope so. So currently we are in the upcoming One Dimension Seasonal 4. It will start tomorrow, and then the same of what we repeat each and every single time in a dimensional battle season. And I'll add more videos in the playlist related to the dimensional battle. Work in progress. Hub trial, there's nothing really to see. The only difference is I'm using time more now to actually generate bigger attacks. But we can always watch at least one fight of how time makes a difference, especially with mixing him with that little dude, Cupid, just to boost Toku's attack. And as you can see, the boss is Fury Wave. The very Fury Wave. He's furious. He's out for blood. And he'll get a good amount of damage now. And that's exactly the potential of adding time with Cupid in terms of the boost of damage that they can give to Toku. 173. Did you notice that? Very cool. Time effect. It's not Cupid's effect actually, it's time's effect of boost. Cupid only increases that number, but he makes it more increase. That's it. But time is the main one that has the potential of increasing the damage output. Yes, 52, 52, 52, and then 160 and then he'll attack rough and strong and try to kill all of them. That's beautiful to see. And then 191. That added damages from the boost curse talent. That's how there is additional damage added at the end of the round. Yes, that's actually the reason why there's an added amount of damage. Anyway, going to the lovely tower and doing 110 summon so we can finish up this one. And we get a completely useless hero that I don't need, but we're gonna take him anyway. Right. And decompose him. Wow. Nothing. Which is normal, by the way. Right, and I'm also focusing currently on pretty much infection summoning in the God universe specifically. Just going at the 20 or more, and I'm gonna be stuck here in only using factions for God Hero universe and leaving the remaining ones. Now, for anything you might wanna be wondering about the faction store additions, can I have the Fairy of Music or Fairy of Music, Mecha, and Julia, the Deer, and the rest of the heroes you usually use in Seal. And that's pretty much how far we've gotten actually. The only addition is somehow currently I'm just collecting different things and never using them actually. As you can see, 1 Sakupa, 6 star, and then we have 4 star, 4 star, 1 of the 4 stars, 3 stars, and I don't really have an intention of when I will use them, but collecting them anyway. And also we're working on collecting more chests from the Supreme and Stella chest, open to get the last remaining artifact I don't have, Meteorite Dust, the artifact related to gems. So it's a work in progress, and gem wise we're working on it. Gear wise nothing new. That's actually not considered a lot, not at all. Not at all. The direction actually is to reach 50 or 100 Supreme chests and do one-time summoning to all of them. That's why it's gonna take a couple of months. And the direction is simple. Every time these two are open, you buy them. Buy the coins and then buy the diamonds. And that's how you pretty much will keep collecting them and accumulating them. It will take time. It will take a long period of time to actually get to the number needed. And you might have noticed I'm also collecting too much of the energy core, crystal of time, and the V gold. Also, I haven't done any upgrades for a couple of months related to the level itself of the base. You actually have until now, I believe, level 50. All you need is gold, and I already have enough accumulation of the crystal of time to go for it. Well, Galaxy wanted. This is where we are at currently. You probably saw it before. 295, 300, 318, and 300. Not a huge difference. Nothing. Oh, happily start the battle and move it into speed times 8, which is one of the ways of actually you gaining speed outside in time travel and other things times 8. And it's looking fantastica, not really. By the way, they're optimizing how the Queen of Desert functions and her skill. Now she gains faster damage in less rounds. So they're working on optimizing it. So she becomes more useful because people didn't really like that she becomes useless. Savage level. Okay, and to the third fight. The next one was Rockefeller and Mecha. One Mecha did cause a good amount of damage, 24 million, which is something. 27, okay. The fifth battle. Yeah, Fong using evasion becomes useful. Okay, 17 million-ish from one hero, which is good. Then we have the guy who can resurrect the dead and Novice, the god of Egypt. I'm surprised actually they lost this amount of rounds. We're coming up on 7 rounds, 8 rounds. Usually the guy will wipe the floor with them in the first or second one. Amazing. New record. 881. 881, and that will put us in ranking supposedly Diamond V. Okay. Oh, we're at gold 1 still. Ah, that's fine. Okay, since we've already done that, one of the things I do is usually just tamper with it, spam it a couple of times, because the ranking can increase if the damage increases. Sometimes heroes don't give out their max, so the damage can be fluctuating. Now it's 671, 674. And again, now it's 808. $818. I'm open for 900 at least. That's why trying it a couple of times makes a difference. Now it's 1077, and that will move us an upper ranking to Diamond 5, I think, or something. Okay, so that should be sufficient. At least we raised the ranking to Diamond IV, which is the Latin letter, which I don't remember what it means actually. That's pretty much it. The last thing we will showcase in this partial stream, which extended a little bit too much. xwar 33 has been finally finished. This was actually a good battle, enjoyable. And now we are finally at 34, xwar 34. Hey, after 34, finally, we can move to Europe. Other than this, we're working on 33 for perfect, and for the fight of 3340, definitely it will be shared. We need the 33 so we can complete this one, and then move into the 24 for the single copy of Light at Excellent, which we will utilize. And we'll need to gain 120 stars in 34 to unlock and take Light. Other than this, it's all good. close on finishing this one. And that's pretty much how we've gotten across the game in different things, different upgrades, you name it. One thing I would say, upgrading the Spirit Link level itself makes a difference because your heroes become stronger in HP and different attributes by the level upgrade. So every 10 or 20 levels you will see that the numbers all increase. Of course not the critical and certain things, but the HP and attack will increase. So when you see a player and you go to the arena and you go to the Legend Championship and then you look at these numbers, right? That 423 as a level is one of the main reasons of how that number came to be. These attributes, right? Not these ones. Talking about, where is it? Not the bonus. Yeah, you cannot see the individual attribute. Anyway, the attack and the HP and the armor are increased. Hello. Hi. And also you have the gems to add more bonuses, and you also have the relics. So in order to actually gain that 11 and 20, yeah, there are players that have a hero at 40 million plus, and that's just one hero. Imagine a Storm Falcon and she's at 40. This number is 40 million. And it's not a joke, a player has done that. So the higher the level, the higher your hero will be stronger, the higher you reach those ridiculous looking numbers. And of course the relics and the equipment and the T1, T2, the stigmata, the gems, all of that adds to the power. As you can see, I'm miserably at 65 million. And that is because that number comes from the different lineups of you having. So you're looking at a number of 5, right, collected together to accumulate one total number. Also, I cannot add all my heroes unless they are awakened, I think at Immortal or Transcend. Keep forgetting because it doesn't really make a difference for me to remember at this stage. But Transcend is the requirement. The highest level, 600, is interesting. I would agree, because if you go here and you look at the level of source of blah blah blah, in terms of upgrading, every different hero you have. One hero, Mystic, it gives you 5. Yes, pretty much. The maximum will be raised by 5 for each Mystic hero awakened you have, right? And the upper limit is 600. Now, has a player reached the 600? Yes. Yes. By spending partially also. Yes. And his account is crazy. You're talking about what? If you look at his overall power and the dark artifacts and different things, his account is from hell, by the way. So yeah, it is interesting, the upper limit of the Spirit Link. Highest power preview. Well, at this stage there's a fluctuation in who's the highest and that's because they're merging different servers. But if you actually want to see the highest, the toppest, the alpha beating every single player, you're gonna have to go to the Transcend Championship because it's across servers and regions, right? And then you will do the naughty thing of looking at the top players. So you have here 222, which is nothing in comparison to the highest, 217, and for some reason he is not showing his details. Probably he might have not played or logged in for a while, or he got caught cheating. Let's see, there is more than the numbers you're seeing, but we're trying to find it. 194, 166, which is nice. Right, let's go to a different region. Region 1 sucks. Okay, let's look at Godspeed. 217, 140, 220. Well, actually, the highest, you might see I shared someone who had the highest number you can't see before. These are still considered not the high. Okay, here's a good example. 370. Hey, There is no upper limit to how much the total overall power can be. So we see here one final champion, the real champ. Remember I told you there are players that have Storm Falcon at 30 plus million, one single player, right? One single hero. Yeah, he's one of them. So at 31 million with a good amount of bonuses, clearing up the entire factions, having all 9 relics, T1. Gym wise, he hasn't done anything worth anything except 30. Yeah, he's a top player and he's also at level 553. So he's trying to reach 600. He also has dark artifacts, which makes a huge difference. Also has bought some of the skins available. That's 1. That's 2. And let's see. Yeah, that's 3 skins. Yeah, that's the amount of skins he has. Let's look treasure wise. How is the guy doing? Not so good, but he's maxing them out, working on them. Very good here. Yeah, he really, oh my, look at the force, and the force, that's a high force attributes. What does the force matter? The force matters in every time he will compete. He'll actually be able to last more in rounds and make more damage. By competing, I'm referring to when they go and have their fun in the Void Championship reincarnation space here. So the guy will pretty much be upper ranked in the damage he can cause. Maintaining the strong and the weak. So yeah, anyway, probably you'll find some player who has more overall power, 400 million. It can happen. Going back to how much insanity is added. HP 11% addition, attack 8%, and he also has pretty much all the creation treasure collected. So he's having boost of reduction of damage, boost of increased damage, boost of HP, boost of Sunder, which will increase critical also. Yeah, that's why his account is insane. And he also has this, the Throne of Reincarnation. Only top player ranked in the reincarnation will actually get it. S plus in PvP. Heroes gain the effective resistance plus 7.2. Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. No, believe me, I'm fine. I have no problem with how strong they can get. It's fine. It's not as if I can battle them anyway or go anywhere near them. But it's good to see their progress and know exactly what hero they use, where they're spending their money. So they do good investment in upgrading in the reincarnation treasure, which is good to know, in upgrading the level itself and using dark artifacts and a number of things. It helps you to understand how to power up. Anyway, it's time to end our lovely stream at this point, and we'll meet again when they have actually pushed, well, the battle trials and stuff. Yeah, it should be interesting. I hope this time they actually push something with good rewards, and you never know. Maybe they'll add one S plus card or something for the entertainment of free to play players. And well, for now there's nothing much to do in the game except wait and just do the usual daily routine. There's one thing I want to do before ending the stream. Take that out because it's nasty to have. Thank you. And hopefully once we collect it enough, we'll be able to exchange it for Cyber Ronin. Other than this, all the heroes here don't matter to me. I've already maxed them out. And we're still in the progression of trying to get some of the God Hero universe here. And that would be pretty much everything in the game we're working on currently as an update. Oh, and try to save some of your phrasal blood because they have a nasty direction of pushing heroes specifically that you really want suddenly and you don't have enough phrasal blood. So try to collect it, save it, and have at least 5 or 6,000 saved up. And before I leave you, do make a recommendation on which hero to go for the next time when collecting the necessary metal coins from the Dominator Championship. We're gonna need 5 or 4 minimum to actually exchange it, so do make up a recommendation in this stream and share it so we can see which hero should we pretty much exchange next time. Alright, thank you so much for tuning in to another stream at looking at Epico heroes, Epictos heroes, and try to ignore what's happening related to the Indian server and the Apple store. If you want to spend money, spend money. If you don't want to spend money and you're worried about your account or the game might close one day, it's normal that it might close one day. There's nothing special about it in the first place. It's just a game like every other game. Some games remain, some games close, and pretty much if you're thinking one day you can get a refund from something in Epico Heroes, they always have a problem in refunds, so that's the normal. So spend at your own discretion, and do remember, if you ain't getting what you want in the game and you're spending money and you don't get what you spend money for, don't spend money and don't complain. Okay? You already know how the game is, pretty much. Alright, thank you again for tuning into this video. Definitely will see you in the lovely autumn event. Alright, have a great day ahead.